All right, guys. I think we are live. All right, so this is going to be a real quick, short video, guys, on what I'm looking at this week. Okay, there's three stocks that I really like for this week. Okay, and I'm going to get into them in a second. In a minute. Okay, I'm going to get into these stocks in a minute. Three stocks that I think that I'm looking at, and I think you guys should be at least put them on your radar. But first, before I get into that, I do want to talk to you a little bit about what to look for this week. Last week, I was talking to you guys about the yields, okay? And that's going to continue to be front and center this week for trading, okay? A lot of the big players are looking at these yields. And I want to make sure that you all understand what's happening here, because these yields, they definitely affect the market. Number one is the yields affect the sentiment of traders. All right. And historically, these economic indicators are signals as to what's to come into the future. They're kind of like insights on what's going on. Now, you have to, again, look at this inversion of the yields. The 10-year yield right now, let me just kind of check real quick where we're sitting. Okay, so as of right now, just looking at it live, the 10-year yield is at 2.42. Okay, so that's 242 basis points. Okay, I'm sorry, that's a 2-year yield. The 10-year yield is at 240. All right. So what this means is that you can go and you could loan money to the government for 2 years at 242 basis points. Or you can loan them money for 10 years for 240. Okay. So now that, that's not only the bad story here, but what's, when these yields go up, they weigh heavily on the equity markets, period. Okay. You have an inversion of the yields happening. What usually goes on is that people who usually purchase stocks, they have an attractive place, a safe place to park their money instead of being just in cash. Now and again, you can get more of a yield for 2 years than 10. So you don't have to have your money being off limits for 10 years. You could do a quick 2 year and make more money on that. Okay. So that's number one. Now there's a reason why I wanted to, why I kicked off the stream telling you guys about three stocks that I'm watching. Okay. And it's not just the stocks that I like, but it's the yields. It's the effect that the yields will do on these three stocks, and also to certain sectors as they rise. You see, when yields go up, this helps energy, it helps utilities, it helps the banking sector. Okay, now this isn't always true though, because these yields being where they're at right now, you should see the banks doing well. And that's actually not the case. Even though these yields are running, the banks are heavily being sold off, and they're struggling to make money because of the yield curve. They're also carrying massive debt. I told you guys this on my live stream last week. Okay, mortgages that are way overpriced. All right, in 2008, we had the same problem of too much debt. All right, and bad loans that eventually came to surface. So we're kind of at that same. This is a repetition. Okay, this is almost like we're repeating what happened back then. A little bit different, but the same story on too much debt. Okay, so as we continue on, these problems are going to get worse. Okay, you're going to have more problems going on with the banks. So for right now, I don't think that the banks are anything to really bother with, especially as these yields go higher. And for the markets, it really is a question of how much investors can take before they flee to safer waters. So this is definitely a problem. Now, every day these yields go higher, it means that every day people are being offered this safety, and it's much more attractive for them. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do right now, switch over to the charts, because I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the market and floors, a floor that has been created in this market. I want to talk a little bit about that. What is that? What are these floors? Okay. This is something that I learned from my mentor a long time ago. So I want to pull that up on the charts and share that with you. And also, after we do this, then I'll get into those three stocks that I want to share with you guys. All right, so let me switch over to the charts now. Let me do that now real quick, guys. 1 second, guys. I am live, so all right, there we go. So also I'm streaming on YouTube and also on Twitch. So for those of you who are on YouTube, you're going to see the Twitch chat coming up. For those of you on Twitch, you're welcome to kind of chat, and I'll chime into the chat in a moment or two. But here's the thing, okay? So I want to pull this up and talk a little bit about the market in general. And again, these floors that are not these floors, but a floor, okay? A floor that's being created, all right? And if you look here, all right, you see the market having a nice, beautiful trend. Let me draw this for you, okay? So you guys can kind of see exactly what I'm talking about. You guys see that here, right? Kind of a thin line. So let's edit this out. Let's make it a nice fat red line, or a green line, so we can see that trend. All right, so you have a nice trend that's going up, and what happened is that we've broken that. All right, we've broken that trend. Even right here, you see it kind of, you know, broke out, but it still landed on a second trend level, and it ran up until, let's put this one in let's put this one in like orange. All right, there's a second, but then we ran into this. All right, this right here, and this is a problem. Well, if I can grab this, there we go. All right, so there you go, guys. This is a problem. I don't want to fill that. Okay, so you have, again, great trend, broke down a little bit, but still carried on. And then you run into this. I'm going to draw one more line here for you guys. Actually, I'll put it right here, because that is crucial. Let's put that again also here. Put it in orange. Okay. So you see a trend. It's the market moving along really well, breaking down, but still kind of pretty much carrying on. And then right here, a completely different story from what you had over here. Okay. Very different story here than here. The pattern looks completely different. Now, guys, markets, they break down, and what you have is floors, okay, that usually are kind of put in. All right. And most people don't understand this, okay? But when the market is breaking down and it's selling off, and you break not only this yellow line here, which is the 50-day moving average, which is pretty much institutional support. Okay, that's what big money is looking at. And not only do you break that 50-day moving average, but you go down and you break, see this white line here? That is your 200-day moving average. So you break the 50 and you break the 200-day moving average. What this signals to the big players is that the buyers have stepped away. Okay, your buyers are above these averages. They're not below them. They're up here on top of them. Under them, there is no buyers. So usually when this happens, you get a sell-off like this. And that's when you get financial engineering that really starts taking place in the market, and you get floors. Okay. Now, what is a floor? A floor is basically when the plunger team comes in and they support the market. They basically print money. They feed it into the markets. Okay. So to be more specific, the Fed prints money. They give it to the 5 largest banks, and those banks go in and buy up the markets. This is where you start, getting more money pumping into the market. You get the news networks also queuing in, and you get famous phrases like "buy on the dip." Okay, where did this come from, guys? You got to think about that. Where did this phrase come from? A lot of retailers are famous for buying on the dip. What they don't understand is that this actually was created and invented by Wall Street for the retailers to a mantra that was kind of given to them so that they could pour money into the markets, buying the dip. So the news networks, in combination, of course, you have the Fed printing money, giving it to the banks, buying up the market, the news coming out, hyping up the market, talking about buying the dip. People see the market moving up, they get excited. You have the creation of FOMO. All of this creates a consensus. It creates a certain tension in the market, an excitement in the market, so that Main Street can jump in. So they've created this behavior via the networks and the talking heads to try to get the retailers to go out and buy. Now, what the retailers don't understand is that they're being conditioned to buy the dip because of the news. And the news, the whole point of it is to get Main Street to feed Wall Street by buying stocks. Main Street feeds Wall Street. People don't really understand that, okay? When people go out and buy, they're giving their money to Wall Street. Wall Street, most of the time, doesn't give it back. 90% of retailers don't make money. But when you buy a stock, somebody's selling a stock, right? It's a transaction. So if you lose money, somebody gained money, right? So if 80, 90, 95% of retailers don't make money, they've lost money, where did that money go? It went into the pockets of Wall Street, okay? So again, Main Street giving money to Wall Street, buying the dip created by Wall Street. Retailers kind of just psychologically eat it up, and they go and they put money in the market, okay? So that's what's going on right now. And they're trying to create a rally in the markets by pushing up 80 to 90% of the S&P stocks back up above their 200-day moving averages, 50-day moving averages. If they can do that, then the perception from Main Street will be that the market is strong and the public will be out there to buy the dips. The FOMO will start happening, okay? They'll come in and they'll buy. But the problem, again, is the high yields. The market is having a very difficult time moving higher because of the pressure from the yields. In short, they're trying to create a rally with retail money because the big money is not convinced. But if they can create an illusion that the markets are moving higher because they're over the moving averages, then it will work, probably temporarily, okay? So again, you hear me talk about, you mentioned this floor, okay? And what I want you to understand when you hear this term of the floor, I'm gonna try to explain what I mean about the floor, okay? Right here, okay, this is the floor, okay? This right here is basically where the plunger team comes in and they start buying up so much at this point right here, okay? They create a floor. But again, all the buyers over here, they're up above the 200-day, above the 50-day moving average. So this is pretty much, this is engineered. It's engineered behavior, okay? Now I can't prove that, of course, okay? But everybody knows. Everybody who's been in Wall Street knows what's going on here. The only ones who don't know are the retailers. They actually think that people are out here buying at these levels. A lot of this buying that hits the market, especially, here's the thing too, you'll notice that if you're watching these markets, the markets will be down big. And then at 350, at 355, all of a sudden you get a huge injection of capital and the market closes up high. It goes back into positive territory. This is what I'm talking about here, okay? This infusion of money that comes in from the banks, and they just go crazy and buy up stocks. So keep an eye on that, guys, okay? Just be mindful of this stuff, okay? So again, you can see right here exactly what I'm talking about. Now, look, right now we're above that 200-day moving average, okay? And again, does this mean that, we're home clear? I think we're going to get some movement here, okay? But again, just be mindful that a lot of this is engineered and it's created and it may not be real, okay? for number one, retailers cannot keep the market afloat. You have to have institutions behind it. Okay, or it's just, there's just not any movement there. So it may be temporary. We got to see what plays out, but just be careful. You know, for if you start hearing this buying the dip mentality again, okay, because they're trying to get people in, and one of the big problems with retailers is that they don't know when to sell. So they get in, and they basically just kind of, you know, buy at the wrong price. The stock starts going down, and you have that you know what happens to most people. And it's like, every time I buy the stock and now it's down. Well, you don't, and they don't know when to sell. So this could be a lot of that going on. So just be very careful of that. If you, I'm buying stocks, guys. I bought a lot of stocks today, but thing is, I know where to get out. You have to know when you're going to get out before you get in. Otherwise, it's just crazy. So let me get into this other stocks though. Let me talk about those 3 stocks that I'm talking about. Okay. First one that I want to share with you guys is Hess. Okay, you got a really good consolidation that's been going on with Hess. Got some breakout, nice little trend here, solid trend pattern, great accumulation that's happening in the stock. Guys, this one is looking like it could continue to break out to the highs, especially if we start seeing again some more volume. Volume is kind of dying off a little bit, but if you start seeing some volume enter in on the buy side with everything that's going on here, that's just gonna help this movement continue. So Hess is number 1. Number 2 is MRO. All right, Marathon Oil. This is another stock that I like, and again, good consolidation that's happening. You know, that kind of this is actually really consolidated. This is a nice trend. Sorry about that. This is a nice trend. All you need here is just a rise in volume can signal that it's going to be really ready to move. And always a good confirmation that there's real strength in the stock. For the pattern players, for a lot of these people looking at patterns, you have a reversed head and shoulders that's going on in this stock here. So again, the volume isn't great, it's decent, but I'm really just watching for more buyers to step in. Either way you cut it, this is one to pay attention to. Number 3, HAL, Halliburton. Okay, this is another one that is this one's actually kind of consolidating right now. Strong trend, really strong trend, accumulation, and just an overall strong buying that's going on in this stock here. And again, all these stocks are going to be helped with everything that's going on geopolitically, with everything that's going on with inflation. Those 3 are going to be kind of your movers. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is what I always do, and kind of go through my stocks here. I'm going to actually take a short break, and then I'll come back and maybe do some stock reviews. Let me link up with my chat. Also, let me do that now. Because this is really going to be a shorter stream, guys. I don't want to do these late night streams, but I did want to come on and give you guys just some gems that I'm looking at, and also share what I'm looking at for the week, what I'm in, all of the stuff that I normally do. So let me just let me load up the chat, and again, I'm going to just step away for a second, and then I'll get back in here. So let me see here. What is going on? Where is my, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so let me load up a little bit of music, guys. Let's see here. Chill. Let's see. All right, so this should do it, just to have some background music, guys, because oh, that's a little too loud. A little too loud. Apologies for that, guys. Here we go. The coffee shop. Let me know how the music sounds. Hopefully it's not too loud. It looks pretty good on my end though. The levels look good. Just so I could have some background music, and it's just not, it's just not super silent. All right. Shout out to Anthony. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man? Good to see you in the room. Anthony says it seems like we're set a lower high in the SPY. If it breaks the ATH, and I'll have to rethink my bearish sentiment for the market. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. Again, I'm going to step away just for a moment or two. I'll come back, and then we'll rock and roll with what I have, what I picked up. I picked up again a lot of stuff this morning, so we'll get into that in a second. Okay, let me just set this on, guys. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Where is this? Here we go. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I am back. So you checked out, for those of you who kind of just wandered in, this is gonna be archived. It's I'm streaming live on YouTube, live on Twitch. First thing that I talked about is what I see going on in the markets. We talked about the inversion, and what that's, you know, the pressure that's putting on the market. If you didn't catch it, you can go back and rewind the video so you can hear my sentiment. I also mentioned 3 stocks that you guys should look at. Talked about Halliburton, Hess, MRO. Okay, all stocks that I'm kind of looking at. You don't see them in my book, okay, but I am looking at those very closely. I want to see some. I mean, let's start off here with Halliburton. And let me see here. Let's go into this, okay, and get my chat going. All right. So yeah. So really, what I'm waiting on with Halliburton is I want to see a you know, a breakout kind of happen. I want to see some buyers really step in here. Some conviction. I always say that. I want to see some conviction in the stock. Some conviction in the buying. It is consolidating, and that's a good thing. All right, because that's the first phase. You get yourself a nice consolidation. That pressure builds up, and then boom, a breakout takes the stock to higher highs, and it continues on the, you know, that's the second phase. First phase is your consolidation. Second phase is the ride up. Third phase, consolidation 3, and then 4 is your ride down. Okay, this is a pattern that goes on every, you know, this is the pattern of the market. That's what they do. So right now we're in that stage 1 where we have consolidation. Okay, and it needs to kind of take off. Well, once it breaks out, then, you know, we can see some high prices on this. That's what I'm looking at. You got a high right here of 39.38. So keep an eye on that, guys. Okay, and again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy the stock. This is not financial advice. This is meant to educate you guys, and again, just to, you know, let you know what I'm playing. Okay, but this is not a solicitation to buy, sell, or hold any of these stocks. Guys, if you're thinking about buying, You make sure it fits your financial situation. Go see a financial professional if you need to, but you got to do your own homework, okay? But the education is here, guys. This is where I'm kind of telling you, hey, look at this, watch out, see what's going on in the market, and then it's up to you guys to see if this works in your in your investment or not, in your trading or not. Okay, so I am looking at Halliburton. That's number one. Looking at Hess. Okay, this is another one. This one is already kind of on the move. Okay, but again, you just got to see a nice movement to the upside. You had some movement back over here. Okay, this right here was your break. Okay, this was really nice. I want to see something like that happen again here because it's kind of chugging along, but I want to get a nice smooth break, good volume if you can do it. And then carry on. So that's the other one. And then we have MRO. This was the movement I liked right here on MRO, right here. Okay, that it was a small breakout. Then it came down, and it didn't carry on. Okay, so it was weak. You didn't have great volume. You didn't really have much activity. It was a breakout, but it was a weak kind of breakout. And then it kind of dipped back down to the 20-day moving average. So if this can break these highs really well, that's again one to watch, guys. Watch this one, see where it goes. Let me share with you what I'm in. Actually, before I do that, let me make sure I'm going to open up the queue for those of my regulars who are in here, constantly supporting the channel. Guys, I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. So if there's anything you guys are looking at, now's the time to enter it into the queue. It's very easy. All you're going to do is hit exclamation chart. It's going to go into the queue, and then I'm going to be able to pull it up. All right. So enter your stocks. Okay. Whatever you have. It's not like if you have 5 stocks, enter them in. Be generous. Okay. Because I want again, we're a small community. Okay, so if you have questions, whatever, throw them in there so we could all pull them in. Because what happens most of the times, I look in the queue and there's only 1 or 2. That's fine. That's not a big deal. But again, so if there's 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever that you're looking at, just put them in there, guys. I'll pull them up in here quick. I don't take a long time to go through my analysis. I can usually tell within 30 seconds of looking at the chart whether, to buy, sell it, what to do. I can tell very quickly. I like to spend more time, of course, kind of get into it and not just blow past it, because I'm, I could tell very quickly. I've been looking at these charts for, 15 years plus. So, and not to brag or whatnot, but I don't want to go through the stock so fast that you're like, what the heck is he talking about? I don't know what's going on. He went too fast. So I do want to slow down a little bit, but it doesn't take me very long to tell right away what's going on with the stock. Okay, so I can go through whatever stocks you have in a pretty decent amount of time, and we can get through them. What I'm going to do that now, though, while these are kind of going, while the queue is being loaded up, so to speak. I'm going to go through what I am doing, what I'm in. Okay, so I'm going to kick it off with our first one here, which is DVN. Let me go ahead and check something here first. Turn that right there. Okay, I want to make sure that I have this so that I can make any drawings on the chart. Any lines, whatever I need to do, I can do that right here. So I want to make sure I have a nice clean chart. So start off with DVN, guys. Okay, DVN, let's see where we at with DVN, guys. This is really like chill music. This thing's gonna put me to sleep. Okay, all right, so this is just went long on DVN. Let's see what I'm looking at here. Again, you got yourself some good consolidation. This is oil and gas. I was already talking about oil and gas and the energy sector earlier. This is what I'm playing, guys. These are the sectors that I'm really looking at right now. Okay, I am venturing outside of it, of course. There's good activity that you see, but really oil and gas is there's going to be a lot of movement in oil and gas. So DVN is one that I am in. Okay, and really just I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful stock, man. This is great. It's riding high above the averages. This is what you call strength. All right. This is a lot of strength in the stock, way above these averages. I mean, not way above, but it's above them. Very nice. It's not shooting up like crazy. Okay. It's not an erratic stock all over the place. This is smooth, steady buying, steady, solid strength. Okay. That's what I like to play. That's what I like to play, guys. Why? Because there is strength. Because there is, you know, this is a pattern you can trust. This is a pattern of winning stocks. This is a pattern of, you know, real big money coming in and supporting the stock every damn day. Okay. It's coming in and it's keeping that pattern nice, solid, smooth, steady up the stream. Okay. Uphill. That's big money carrying that stock. So that's what I like to get into. I don't want to see stocks that just pop up 20-30%. That is not big money. That is retail money. I don't want to play with the retailers, because the retailers, one, they're crazy. They don't really, you can't rely on the retailers, because 1 minute it's down 20%, the other minute it's up 30-40%. So your money is, you know, it's at risk. It's more volatile. It's harder to read that kind of situation. I want to go into a situation that I could read very quickly and know money is going into the stock. Big money is holding it up. That's what you have with DVN. This is great. Okay, so I'm just kind of, again, waiting. You know, I'm watching it. I'm already in it. Got a pilot position in this stock. Okay, so I'm watching it as it approaches the highs. Now, a lot of people would wait until it gets to the highs to jump in. I'm getting a little bit early. Okay, that's how I trade, guys. Okay, so I know I'm taking a little bit more risk by coming in early rather than waiting for the breakout and for it to hold the breakout. I'm getting in early, but that's how I trade, guys. Everybody has a different style. You got to find what works for you. You know, we're all trading our own kind of different ways here, and as you trade, you'll kind of figure out what works for you. And again, you get started with a pilot position. That's how I do it. Small position, throw it in, and then build it up over time or whatnot. But snowballing is really kind of the objective here. That's my objective. Now, a lot of you guys watching, I know you guys are swing traders or even day traders. All right. If you're a day trader, you know, you could day trade this stock, sure, but really what I'm looking at is the swings. All right. The swing traders are going to be able to speak my language a little bit more and be on the same level. Okay. Because whereas I like to do positions and position trade, the beginning of that, the entryway into this is actually swing stocks, or swing positions. So that's DVN. I pretty much kind of covered this one already. All right, so we pretty much already ran through this one. Let's move on to the next one, guys. This is one we're all familiar with, is Activision. Okay, Activision. This has been a kind of a strange little pattern here. But I like this tight consolidation. This is really something that I like going on. So I did, get into Activision, and just really watching this one. Okay, really watching this one for, again, look at this super tight consolidation. All it needs to do is break up above that 82 level, and that's going to be pretty good. Okay. Now this is a strange pattern. Definitely strange. It's super duper tight. But again, I like it, like this movement here. You look at the stochastics moving up really nice, and your MACD. The MACD is already starting to turn. It's been pretty much kind of, downward pressure the whole time, and Activision was holding really well. And now that you're getting a little bit of a kind of a crossover in your MACD and your stochastics moving up, looks good, guys. What can I say? It looks good. So we'll see where this one goes. But yeah, this is really nice consolidation. So I just want to see what happens when it hits the 82 level. We can get something going on in there. We'll see. Next one up, EMR. And guys, don't think I'm ignoring the chat. I'm going to get to the chat in a second. Just want to kind of blow through my positions. A lot of times I go through the positions, I go into the chat, and then the positions take me a really long time. And for those of you who are watching the recap, because I know a lot of you can't always catch the video, so you go back and you play the archive. Well, I want to make it a little bit easier for you guys to just, hey, what's he in? What's he, what did he buy? And all of that stuff. Okay. So I'm trying to keep this a little bit organized, but I will get to the chat. We'll answer your questions and all that stuff. But again, just kind of go through my positions here, then we'll kind of get to it. Lastly, we'll finish up by chilling with the community, talking a little bit and seeing what's good with you guys. So the other stock is EMR. Okay, EMR is another long position. This one I'm really looking at. I don't like the movement that kind of went on right here. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad, guys, but it is starting to form a good channel. Okay, and this is good consolidation, but at the same time, when it just kind of keeps ping-ponging up and down like this, I don't know. I'm not so excited about it. I am long, but I'm not going to let this thing kind of go back down again, do its thing, come back. I'm not going to let it do that. So I have a very tight stop on this one, and I'm really looking, and any movement under the 20, it's going to be pretty much, this is pretty much going to be liquidated and benched. Okay. But I am in EMR. So entry is at 98.50 on this one. Let's see. All right, let's see what this one does. Really want to get some movement above that 100 though. Okay, once we get that break above 100, this can be really good. Until then, we'll see. Okay, we'll wait and see. But I'm not 100% convinced on this one. Something it just doesn't feel that great. Okay, it feels all right, but doesn't feel great. Fourth is AEP. AEP. This is another nice little movement to the upside. And we did get a break. Okay, we got a breakout right here. So I was late to the party on this one. Okay, this was Friday, but today I did see that break, and I went and actually bought in and got it better than what I would have paid for on Friday with that. So I did do that with AEP. And AEP, guys, by the way, this is one that I trade a lot. Okay, so if you're like, wasn't he in AEP? I've been in this stock. In and out for a long time, and that's why I say, guys, I'm a position player. Okay, so a lot of times I'm playing it on the whole ride up. Okay, I'll buy it, sell it here. I don't really want to hold on to consolidation, but once it kind of gets moving, I get back in. Okay, so really what I'm trying to avoid is these consolidation periods. I'm trying to kind of jump on the way up. Okay, and sometimes I will hold through consolidation. Maybe I'll add to it and just kind of hold on tight, but really I don't want to be here. Okay, what I want to be is I want to grab it on the way up and then just kind of get out. So again, that's where I say the roots of position trading is swing trading. Okay, swing trading is when you get in, you get out, you're holding it for a few days, and that's it. Okay, that's it. You get in, you get your percentage, you get out, and then you swing on to the next one. That's swing trading. Position trading is when you do this on a grander scale. You start off with a pilot position in your swing, but instead of just closing out your swing trade once it kind of goes in the green, what you do is you hold on to it. Okay, so where a swing trader would kind of get in right here or so, ride it up and then get out, nothing wrong with that. A position trader would buy right here on this swing, and then as it goes into consolidation, they will hold on to it, and as it starts moving up, they'll add to their position. So a swing trader is almost like an extended swing trade where you have many insertions of capital into your position, and you snowball it and build it even bigger. Okay, so you buy it here, it raises up, you're already in the green, you move up your stop, you add some more shares, and you hold on through this movement, or you may even sell a little bit, or kind of even sell and go back and forth. You might sell some stock here, and as it moves up a little bit, even maybe $1 or so, you're taking profits, and it moves down $1, you're buying some more, and you kind of you're making a series of trades the whole time, holding on to a core position, your pilot position, and building off that. That's really what you get into a position trade. Another thing I want to say about position trading, guys, is that position trading is not a science. It's not like some people say, well, that's not position trading. This is position trading. For some people, they pyramid differently. Okay, they scale in differently. These are terms that you hear: pyramiding, scaling in. this is basically adding to your position. Okay, you're taking one step, and then you have again multiple points where you're going to infuse more of your capital into your position. So you start off maybe at 20%, and eventually the goal is you want to have 100% behind it. Good example, very simple example. You say eventually I want to have 100 shares, but at first what I'm going to start off with is 30 shares or 50 shares. As it goes into my favor, I'll throw more, and you're massaging the price. That is a position trader. For those of you who want to know more about it, the first thing I'll say is you can't really learn how to do this until you are successfully swing trading. Once you have the swing trade, pretty much you've taken a lot of swing trades. You are comfortable swing trading. You are profitable and consistent. Keyword consistent swing trading. Then you can move on to the position trading. That's like, that's like your second degree black belt or something like that, right? That's like a second Dan, right? Because you've kind of got comfortable and you've learned how to make money with the swing trading, so now you can build up your positions. But first what you want to master again is your swing trading first. Okay, so everything that I'm mentioning here is of course position traders will be able to kind of see how they can play this as positions, but everything here is all applicable to the swing traders. Okay, so you guys who are just kind of learning, hey, I'm buying stocks, selling it, learning how to trade, this is all applicable. You can do this. Okay, you can learn how to do this. That's the whole point of this channel, to teach you guys. So all of these positions here can be treated 100% as swing trades. Okay, so just wanted to kind of put that out there. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Fiserv or Fiserv, I don't know how you pronounce it, but FISV. Okay, I'll just call it Fiserv. This is a tech stock. Now you're starting to get a little bit of movement to that 200-day in this stock here, and the question is, what's going to happen when it hits that 200-day? Is it going to break down or is it going to break up? Now you guys heard what I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, and I talked about floors, and I talked about the financial engineering of the markets to get retailers to buy, right? So you're going to see a general push to try to get a lot of these stocks above their 200-day moving average. This is one of them. Okay, they're going to try to get a lot of these stocks above those averages so that Main Street can get excited and they could buy. Okay, because that's what this is. This can't really continue. You can't get the market moving unless you get Main Street to kind of take the bait and go in there and buy. Okay, but they can't do it without Main Street. So they need to do everything they can to get it going, and it's not going to get going until they kind of get them over their 200 days. At that point, you're going to see excitement hit the markets. You're going to see a lot of people who are on the sidelines who have been. That's, guys, the other thing is this. Last week I've been buying stock. If you guys are following my channel, I've been buying stock. A lot of people have been on the sidelines. Oh, I'm not sure. This looks like, it's going to fall at any moment. I'm not sure. Guys, I was buying. Why was I buying? Because the market was moving up. Okay, that's it. I listen to the market. I don't listen to the opinions. I don't listen to the fears. And even my opinions. I have my opinions. But at the end of the day, the most important factor is the market, period. Okay, the market is what is going on. So if the market is moving higher, moving up to the 20, moving up to the 50, and it's kind of coming back, you're seeing volume coming in, you're seeing the buying of the banks starting to hit these markets, I'm on board. Okay, I'm on board. Does that mean that, the market's going to go higher, or who knows? But at present, the market is moving higher. Okay, we have no idea what the problem is that a lot of people are trying to predict the future. You guys, you can't predict the future. We have ideas. What I'm really trying to do here, and some people may say, well, aren't you predicting what's going on with these prices? I am not. Okay, what I'm trying to do is come up with probabilities. What is the probability? I'm really not trying to gauge, I'm just trying to gauge what is the probability of the movement to continue. okay, for the movement to continue to move on? What is the probability? That's really what I'm looking at here. I try to take the trades that have the highest probability of success. Okay. Does it mean they're all going to work out? No, of course not. Okay. But the winners should be a lot larger than the losers. Okay. There should be more of the winners. So that being said, again, here with Fiserv, they're gonna, you're gonna see movement to try to get this above the 200, and then you're gonna see excitement. So rather than to wait for this to happen, I am on board with it to make it happen. If it starts turning, it's easy, guys. I get out. It's easy. We're not marrying stocks here. We can get out, and we can get in, and we can get out very easily, because we are not holding on to these stocks for long periods of time. Okay, we are traders. Let me lower this. It's a little bit loud. We are traders. So anyways, again, I was in the market long all last week, and it was a good green week. Okay. So the market moves up, and this could be the same thing. We can't wait. I did tell you what's going on with the market, but we can't wait till hold on here, guys. We can't wait until the fear kicks in. A lot of times I don't trade like that. I trade based off what's going on in the market. Okay. I try not to have fear. I try not to have excitement. I try not to care. The only thing I want to be concerned with is the market. Okay. And the trade. When you move into this trade. So again, I know I'm spending a little too much time here, but guys, I'm expecting this one to kind of run to that 200-day. If it can do that, if it can go to the 200-day, you're looking at a good 2%, 2.34%. That's nothing to laugh at, guys. Look, if you can pull 1% a day, you're going to be a very rich person. Okay. If you can learn to be consistent and pull 1% a day. Now that's very hard to do. That's extremely hard to do. The best, some of the best, greatest traders, greatest investors, you have Warren Buffett, who is doing about 20% a year. Okay. So if I'm saying try to do 1% a year, it's hard to just do 20%. Now, granted, they have, they're moving billions of dollars, but still, okay. It's not that easy. That's one of the general things that a lot of these, gurus will say, oh, I'm making 1% a day. It is hard to do, but that's the goal. All right. That's the goal to do, because you're also going to be wrong. Okay. And what about those days? What about those days when you are wrong? What is that percentage number? You got to know these things. But in general, the goal is to get, I'm not aiming. Let me just say that, guys, I'm not aiming for the real big fish. Okay. I'm not waiting for the big one. What I am trading is the small ones that happen every single day. You follow me? I'm trading those small little movements that happen every single day. I'm not waiting for the big one, which most people are waiting for the big one. The big one doesn't come, or it does come, but a lot of times it could be the big down one when you're going long. Okay. So for me, it's the small little ones that are happening all the time that I'm trying to trade. You feel me? One of my favorite stories that I read to my daughter, even this day, even though she's older, is Aesop's fables and the tortoise and the hare. All right. Who won that race, guys? The tortoise won. He was not the fastest, but he was the most consistent. That is who I want to be. I want to be the consistent trader every single day, getting these little movements, because at the end of the year, guess what, guys? That's what takes you to the finish line. So a lot of people are trying to get these huge leaps, these hair-like leaps, 20, 30, 40% leaps. What I'm aiming for is these small little 1-2% moves every day. Trade in, trade out, snowball, build, position trade. At the end of the year, you get to the finish line. That's how I do it. And it's smooth. It's not so erratic. So that's how I do it. But yeah, that's that. Let's go on to the next one, guys. Walmart has some really nice movement. I've been in this last week, and again this week, still with Walmart. Okay, this thing is still moving up nicely, and it's broken through the 200-day moving average. This is one of them that's already ran through that 200-day moving average, crawled up to the 20, the 50, now the 200, and now it's It's heading to the highs nicely. Actually, it's already there. Okay, so you have a high right here, and it just hit it today. Now you did get a little bit of a rejection, but not much. It's not like this thing, moved down significantly, but it did get some rejection. So I'm looking at this one a little bit more closely, and we'll see what it does. But if it starts turning and rolling over on me, it's easy, guys. I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm not going to let it continue to go down and hold on to it. You get out of the way. Okay, this could kind of be that moment. We'll see. Tomorrow is going to be will be good. This week will be good to tell. If it moves down tomorrow, then there's a good possibility that I'm going to be out of this one. Okay, because like I said, I'm not going to wait for it to come back down to that 20-day, and that's a good 2-3%. I won't give that up. Okay, so I'll be out before then. Again, just setting really tight stops. But yeah, I'm in Walmart's. Okay, so that was that. CDNS. CDNS, I picked this one up today. I mean, pretty much all of these I picked up today, guys. CDNS. Where we at with CDNS? Yeah, so look, this one's already just starting, guys. This one is just starting. It already kind of broke through the 200-day, and it's just starting to get moving. So we'll wait and see. Okay, we don't really know what's going to happen, but what I do like is that the 20-day is now crossing over through that 200-day moving average. This is good. As the 20-day, by the way, is this purple line here. As this 20-day crosses above that 200-day moving average, what it's going to do is that, see, when the stocks are above their averages and the averages start moving up, the averages kind of help to push them up higher. Okay, so when it's vice versa, when the stocks are under that their moving averages and their moving averages are moving down, what happens is as they get closer to the moving average, the prices will actually move down, because it's almost like the moving averages are putting downward pressure onto the stock when they're when they're below it. But when the prices are above their averages and the averages raise up to them, they help to push the stock higher. So you have that kind of situation that's going to be going on this week with CDNS, as this 20-day moving average crosses up through that 200-day moving average and again starts getting closer to these prices. You can see some movement in here. So all we really need to see in CDNS is a nice, good little breakout, and really just, that's going to be enough to kind of get it going. You do have a nice little bit of volume going on right here. It's holding nicely, so we'll see. But again, this one looks pretty good, and this one, I mean, we don't, again, it's the high probabilities that we're going after, and CDNS definitely has some good probability on this one to kind of move forth. Let's go into the next one, which is PepsiCo. Again, just kind of already breaking through the 50, which is good. Came down, moved back up through the 200, back up through the 20, and now back up through the 50. So let's we shall see, guys. Okay, but this one could be, it's looking like it could be heading back up over here. Okay, if it kind of continues on traction, we can get back up to, these prices back up over here, which is what, about 177, which again is you're looking at 7-8%. Okay, so that's not bad. So this one we'll see what it does, but this is another long. We got 3 more, guys. Visa is also again above that 200-day. So you remember what I said, guys, as they move a lot of these stocks and they start breaking above that 200-day, you're going to see a lot of excitement being generated so that retailers can go out and buy. So I'm already kind of there. Okay, I'm already here. I'm just waiting for the retail money to kind of come in. If it doesn't come in, well, there's another trade, guys. That's why you set stops. But I am expecting that you're going to see the television networks, CNBC, they're going to be out, and as they start crossing, you're going to get a lot of more noise coming in, and all you need to get is those the buy the dip mentality to kind of hit the market, and that could be enough to kind of give these another kick up to the upside and get them moving a little more. Where, who knows? But you know, once you get that excitement coming in, that's really what starts getting these things moving. So I'm already kind of, you know, again, I'm already situating myself into these stocks. So I'm kind of, you know, just waiting for the movement to happen. And again, you don't really know, guys, but you know, that's what's going to happen this week. You're going to see a lot more stocks starting to cross over into their 200 or the moving average of 20, cross back up and move to the upside. You're going to see a lot of that. Let's carry on. Okay, but yeah, so that's Visa, and so again, I'm in at 229.18 on Visa. So just sitting with a real tight stop, and that's it, guys. Next one, Nvidia. We got two more. Last one is a short, but we'll get into that in a second. Nvidia is, man, this is a darling, right? This is a big favorite. Okay. And nice movement going on with Nvidia. What I really like is this right here. Okay, I really like today's movement, and that's why I got it. Why? Because it came down to that 20-day moving average, touched it, and now it kind of bounced off of that. Okay, you're getting a little bounce off that 20. So this is where I entered into the stock right off in this little bounce here, this beginning of a bounce. Want to see this thing get back up over here. Okay, this is a small movement. It's not very, you know, it's right around the corner, but that is 6%. Okay, it's a small movement, but it's a 6% movement. So this could, you know, if it does that, that's going to be great. I'll be in the green, and you know, I'll be happy with this trade. So far, this one's just again, I just picked this one up. This one's already up a good 0.5%. So this one is the largest runner so far, and that's not really much. Okay, I don't really, you know, when it's up 0.5%, it's really not, you know, anything I talk about. But still, just to show you that this one is the one that's getting a little bit more excitement. And again, why? Because this is the darling. This is the Nvidia. This is one everybody knows. This is one a lot of people are buying and crazy about. People love Nvidia. So as the excitement comes in, you could see more movement on these very well known and well loved stocks. So yeah, that's that. Last but not least is my short on Goldman Sachs. Okay, now if you look at Goldman Sachs, guys, this is the opposite of what you have in the other players. All right, if you look here, what's going on, you see all of these kind of, you know, breaking up above their moving averages, starting to break out. You know, you see that kind of going on with these. I mean, well, AEP is fantastic. Okay, these are already kind of going, but you see that these are working through their averages, right? And Goldman Sachs is the opposite. Okay, Goldman Sachs is the opposite of AEP. Do you see these? All right, you see how all the moving averages are lining up to the positive. Well, on Goldman Sachs, they're moving to the negative. You have a 20, a 50, and a 200 versus AEP, where you have the 200, the 50, and the 20. Okay, it's an inverse. All right, so this one's moving up while Goldman Sachs is moving down. And why? Again, I talked about the banks. What's going on with the banks? All of these mortgages that they're holding, the inversion of the yield curve, the enormous amount of debt. Okay. And this uncertainty has a lot of big players kind of, you know, they're not convinced. There's capital is flowing out of the banks, and you can see it very clearly with the chart, what's going on here. So as Goldman Sachs starts reaching toward these lows, this is going to be very interesting, because once it breaks these, again, guys, what I say, there's no buyers down here. The buyers are all above these moving averages. They're not below them. So if we get a break here, you have a little floor that's went on with Goldman Sachs. Here's the floor right here. And if it breaks that floor, that's going to be, you know, that's going to be the breakdown, and who knows where it can go from there. Okay. Just, you know, rewinding the stock. Look at this. Okay. This is a pretty massive drop to like the next support level or so, 198. I'm not saying it's going to go there overnight, guys. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that you have a floor here, and there's really nothing going on here. There's no moving averages here. There's nothing. Okay. So as it breaks down, maybe the next stop could be right around here, 303 level, which that's 10%. Okay. So look, that's why I'm short, guys. So it's the exact opposite. And this is also why I always tell a lot of my community here why you need to learn how to short. Okay, shorting is very important because it allows you to play the other side of the market. Otherwise, you're just buying, but you can't. You need to learn how to make money when the stocks go low, because they do, when they break down, when they move to the negative and they fall and they go down. You need to learn how you can make money when the stocks fall, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. If you're watching me, hopefully I can educate you, and then you'll start seeing it, because I do it all the time, and I'm doing it right now on Goldman Sachs. So this could be a pretty interesting an interesting one, and we'll see. Most of the market is very excited right now, but these banks are just kind of getting, they're just really getting destroyed. So I did go on a short with Goldman Sachs, and we shall see. But this movement right here, this was really good. Okay, I caught this one a little late, but this is really right here. This was I like this day right here. Okay, because it went up through that 20, and then it just completely just kind of sliced through it again. So while it was holding over here and then kind of getting under and trying to get back above again here, it failed. And again, this day was for me, this was the kicker here. Okay, so I got in today, not a bad price, and that's exactly why I got in. Sometimes you can get in late, but the price hasn't moved significantly, so you can still actually enter the trade. Sometimes you get a better price on the trade that way as well. So that's the situation here with Goldman Sachs, and we shall see, guys. But again, on all of my positions, I have my stop set, so I know when I'm going to get out. You have to know when you get into a position, how much are you risking? That's I always say this. All right. When you get into a trade, you need to know two things. One is who is in control of the price. Are the bulls in control? Are the buyers in control? Or do you have the bears, the sellers are in control? You need to determine who is in control of the stock. Second, which one are you? Okay. And how much you're going to risk. All right. That's the other thing. So one, who's in control, and two, what is the risk? And you don't know the risk until you know where your stop is. And if you have no stop, then you don't know your risk. And if you don't know your risk, you got to watch the channel, okay? Because I want to help you you have to have a clear, defined risk, guys. That's what I always say. Very important, because if you don't have a stop, you don't know where you're going to get out. So you can get out. Things could end up very badly when you don't know that. I always know when I'm going to get out of the stock. I always know. This is how much I'm willing to risk. Does that mean that if I say, look, I'm only willing to risk 2.5%, does that mean that it's always going to be 2.5%? No, sometimes the stock can open up above my stop and it could be 3%, but I don't hold on to it. I know when I'm going to get out, and the minute it hits that level or goes beyond it, I'm out, period. No questions asked. And you know what, guys? There's another trade. There's the next trade. There's going to be many other trades, hundreds of other trades. So I don't need to really get, I don't really need to get too involved in one stock. So that's why I say set your stops. But I digress, guys. So that is that, guys. Those are my positions. Got 11 positions right now in the book. DVN, ATVI, EMR, AEP, Fiserv, FISV. Sorry, guys, it's a little bit late. Walmart, CDNS, PEP, NVIDIA, and Goldman Sachs. Tomorrow, more will be added. I was going to do a scan, but it's a little too late, guys, so I'm not going to be doing the scan. But tomorrow I will be up and at 'em, and we'll be looking at the markets, and we'll see. Okay, I'll be seeing what's moving, and I'm sure there's going to be some other positions that are going to come in. I try to keep it capped at around 16 positions. For those of you who don't know me, I was a trader, a financial professional. I was a professional trader with RBC Capital Markets. Been in the financial markets for over 15 years as a professional. I'm no longer registered. I'm no longer a professional trader. I just trade my book privately, and this channel is basically just showing you what I do. And here's the thing: a lot of people are teaching and they're showing and whatnot, and they have their way of teaching. What I'm trying to do is teach, by telling you what's going on, giving you market breakdowns, giving you what I'm looking at. But at the same time, I also want to just show you what I am trading, how I am trading, so that you can learn how, the way I do it. Okay. Does that mean you need to do it the same way? Absolutely not. But what it does is it gives you insight into a professional trader. How does he play these stocks? How is he buying these? What is he looking at? It gives you insight, and hopefully through that I can give you a little bit more education. So that's why I'm very transparent. That's why I show you what I'm doing, what are on my books, to help you to learn. Okay, to help you to learn. So that is that, guys. Let's go to the queue. Again, I want to give a shout out right now to all of my people in the chat and my regulars. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Tony Tiger coming in. Everybody in the room who's kind of watching, all the regulars. Got Jerry B, Jay Jared, got Cat Tips, Roxy, Sai Sank Live. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, guys. Give me a break. I'm a little tired. Okay, I'm a little tired, but shout out to everybody in the room. Here, let's just go down the list. All right, let's give everybody their due. Got Anthony in the room, Commander Root the Bot, Erica, Extra More, Gorn Star, I am Hastings Perg, It's the Fritz, Jay Jared, Jerry B, Cat Tips, Roxy's, again, Sai Sank Live, and Tony Tiger. Guys, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you guys rocking with me and just kind of chilling with me on this late night Monday evening stream. I was going to do it earlier, guys, but I got a little bit tied up. But hey, I'm here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what we have here. No problem, Anthony, anytime. Jay Jared, guys, follow Jay. Those who are watching on Twitch, go and follow Jay. Jay has a channel. He is always on. He's a good dude. He comes out. He also, tells you what he's in, what he's buying, and just an overall good guy. I love going into Jay's room. So go follow Jay, and you may catch me from time to time. Come around 3 o'clock. Usually I kind of go on. Sometimes I'll go on Twitch and see what's cooking, and I'll go into Jay's room and just chill and see what he's doing, share what I'm doing, and just kind of hang out. So Jay's a really good guy to follow and to learn what's to learn. Also, Jay has a he's an investor. So Jay's not a trader. He is investing. He's more of a long-term view kind of guy. So, you can pick his brain. You could ask him what he's in, what I know he looks at dividends and a lot of other things like that. So I'm trying to be like a commercial right now, Jay, to bring a little bit more viewers over to you. Appreciate the love as always, Jay. No doubt, man. No problem. All right. So Anthony says, for Starbucks in the queue, some news came out today that they're working on digital innovation through NFTs. Could pump GME. Well, okay, cool. Well, let's look at it. Let's look at what's going on. Let me see here. Okay, cool. So we have our first kickoff with Starbucks. Let's pull that up. Let's see what we got with Starbucks. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at the chart without any opinions. Okay, that's what I try to do. Okay, my style is this. I want to look at the chart, and I don't want to really know what's going on. I want to just looking at the prices to try to gather a story. Okay, this is kind of like a detective when a detective goes into the scene of the crime. All right, he hasn't really interviewed anyone. He doesn't really know what's going on. But what he's trying to do is try to piece together what happened just by looking at the scene. All right, if it was a robbery, he's trying, all right, what time of the day? Okay, I'm here at noon. What was taken? They got. How did they get in? So what the detective is doing is trying to look at all these clues, right? So that's what I try to do first with just looking at the chart. Okay, the first thing is I want to look at what is the chart telling me. Let's say I don't know what's going on with the company. I just want to know what's kind of going on with what I see in front of me, right? So the first thing is this. What do I see with Starbucks? Massive sell-off. I mean, this thing is just a crazy sell-off. Just kind of looking back at it, it's under all the moving averages. It's under the 200. It's under the 50, under the 20. Well, it's a little bit above the 20, okay? But you have yourself a stock that's been sold off, okay? Now, why is that? Many things. That's where you plug in the news. That's where you plug in the fundamentals. Maybe they're not making that much money. Maybe something's going on with their CEO. Who knows? But we know from what the market is telling us that it's the market is telling us, hey, lower prices. That's what the market is telling us. So again, first question, who's in control of the stock? Second question, how much am I going to risk? So I've already established the first question, who's in control? Sellers are in control. How do we know this? Well, one is that it's under the 50-day moving average, which is the 50-day moving average is kind of like the unofficial moving average that the professional, money managers use to determine whether they're going to buy the stock or whether they're going to start selling it. If it's above the moving average, that means the institutions are buying it. That means the 401ks, the mutual funds, the hedge funds, those who are playing the mega caps. That means that they're more in favor of buying it because the buyers are above the 50-day. They're not under, they're not below it. So if it's under, that means you don't have institutional support. Maybe they start selling it off, but nobody really wants to buy. No professional money manager really wants to buy anything under the 50-day moving average. Okay. This generally is not the case. So Starbucks is under that 50-day moving average. It looks like it's trying to get above, but it really didn't do. Last week it tried all week, and today it just kind of gave up. So today kind of, it really kind of broke down. Look, here was the worthy attempt, guys, right here. Okay. This was, I would say, this was the attempt right here where it popped out. Okay. It was under the 20 and it leapt out of that 20-day straight up into the 50-day. Okay. This right here is where I would say was significant was more significant in the trades. Then all week it tried. This was Tuesday. This was Wednesday. This was Thursday. This was Friday. All week, Starbucks tried to get above that 50-day with no one. There was no strength in the buyers to take Starbucks above that 50-day moving average. So question is this, who is in control of the stock? Sellers are in control of the stock. So again, get rid of your opinions and look at first what the price is. So here's a famous saying, and I'll always remember it. It's one of my mentors told me this. I keep it locked in. Lose your opinion, but don't lose your money. Okay. Lose your opinion, but don't lose your money. Everything you hear, everything I say, everything the news says, really at the end of the day, guys, it's opinions. Okay. But what is not an opinion is the price of the stock itself. That's fact. That's the market. That is what is. So, I wouldn't get too crazy. I wouldn't be going long into Starbucks anytime soon. It really needs to look. I'm going to kind of show you. It needs to get back over here, guys. It needs to get above the 50, hold it, and then maybe at that point, it's going to try to make a run to the 200-day. Okay, so I could understand maybe being up here, getting a little bit ready to maybe buy some, but I would not be anywhere in buy mode until it breaks above the 50 and holds it and moves above, starts to kind of claw its way back. Until then, I would just be watching it. And guys, I trade Starbucks all the time. Starbucks is a stock that I trade a lot. I shorted this on the whole way down. Okay. So I can tell you right now, guys, when this thing starts moving up, I will be buying it on the whole way up. I trade Starbucks. I know Starbucks. Okay. I know this one. I love trading Starbucks. And so when it starts moving, I will be the first one to tell you guys, Starbucks, it looks like it's kind of back in play. But right here, right now, I don't think so. Okay. Especially after today. This was really bad, guys. Not only did it fail at the 50, but it just gapped down. Okay. It gapped down. It just completely, it completely lost strength. Okay. So Who knows? Maybe it tries again. I already told you that they're going to try to get these stocks above their averages. So Starbucks could be coming soon. But right now, I don't think it's there yet, guys. So my opinion on Starbucks is I'm bearish on Starbucks. I wouldn't short it here, okay? Because it's already kind of, it's already tanked a good bit. You're already looking at a good 30% drop. So I wouldn't be shorting Starbucks. Unless it breaks these lows. I mean, who knows, guys? Who knows? I mean, technically, I just wouldn't wait. I wouldn't be shorting Starbucks. I'll tell you where I would short once it breaks these lows. Okay, you see that there's a support right here. Let me draw that out. Okay, you see support right here. Okay, and that right there, right here. Okay, this is the support. If Starbucks can break that, then I would short it. Okay, because obviously it's gonna go back down here, or the probability is that it's gonna move back and test the lows. So if it can break down through here, you're looking at a good 7%, 8%. So this is a possible short for me. Okay, so I'm actually thinking the opposite, but not until it breaks. Until it breaks at 85.36 right here. Okay, so yeah, I'm bearish on that one. And Anthony, I hope that helps, Anthony. Hopefully give you a little bit of perspective. But yeah, just kind of, look, I know there's news going on in it, but again, until the chart matches the news, don't really get, don't really jump into it. That's what I say. Okay, when the chart looks as good as the news, that's great. That's awesome. That's where you can not only run with it, because then you have two solids in your favor. All right, you have the fundamentals that are giving you that are strong, right? The news that's strong, and then you got the technical strong. So you have two things in your favor. So that's good. But yeah, I really wouldn't pay attention to anything going on just yet until it confirms itself into the price of the stock here. So hope that helps, Anthony. Let me load up the let me make sure I have the there we go. I need to move this, by the way, guys, because I can't see the chat and I don't want to ignore any of you guys. So let's put that there, and now I can see it. Let me see what question you have. Something still a lot of negative news about supply chain issues, and that's the other thing for sure. Inflation, you got inflation going on, so that's going to affect the price. It's already affecting the price of coffee. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of negatives going on out there. Mona says, do you read the news about Starbucks stopping their buyback program on the stocks? I didn't see that news, Udia. But yeah, that's not going to help the stock to move up. Okay, like that's the big reason why these stocks are moving up, is because they're getting bought back. Okay, there's buybacks. The companies are buying back their own stock. If Starbucks is not doing that, a lot of stocks aren't going to be doing that. They're going to slow that down tremendously, but it's still happening. Okay, that's the other thing. Even though they're going to slow down, it's still going on, but it's not going to be as much. So yeah, that's we'll see how that kind of goes, but not going to be a good, not going to be anything good. I would say right now is the time to really watch. As you mentioned that, I gotta say that could be the news that takes it down to break this level. So that could be the news that carries me into a short on Starbucks. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one actually on the list for tomorrow to see how this one does. If we can break the lows this week of Starbucks, these lows right here, 87 or so, right? 85, 86, whatever. If we can break these lows right here, I will go short. I play Starbucks all the time, guys. So I will, I will be watching this one. It depends on if it gives me like a huge break like this, I got to weigh it out, because sometimes when they fall so much, I like for it to fall within a range, like I always say. So we'll see. Let's go on to the next question. So the first thing you look at is the chart. Please keep unfolding the layers of the onions to help establish a position. Specifics to Starbucks, they're halting their program to buyback. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to help it. So, yeah, if they're doing that, then, look, a lot of what keeps the momentum moving on these stocks is the buybacks. Okay, that's what helps to continue putting the buying pressure on the stock and moving it higher and higher and higher. The buybacks are all of this. So if Starbucks is doing that, then it's going to have a bad effect on their price. So yeah, let's go to the weekly. Let's see where we're at on the weekly. So check that out, guys. It's right at the 5th on the 200-day on the weekly. So it looks like you have the next bit of support at 71. All right, so if we go to 71, if we go there, that's a good 20% move to the downside. So and it's already gone there before. Well, not before, sorry. Let me see here. That was the move right here. The low was 78.92. 78.92. So if it can get back down to just that low, that's 10%. So we could see a good 20% potential down movement in Starbucks. So again, guys, I'm going to be looking to short this thing, especially as it breaks this. And you know what? Let me just this is 85. Okay, let's just say right there, 85.50. And it may do that tomorrow. It depends. This week, probably you're going to get some kind of movement. So we'll see. But this stays on the watch list. So shout out to Anthony for requesting this one. I know you were looking at this one more on a bullish sentiment, right? That's what it seemed like, Anthony. But instead, I'm looking at this one as a short. So that's the beautiful thing about the community, guys, is that I'm just giving you my angle on it, okay? And hopefully helping you help to see something that you didn't. We all are kind of comparing notes here to really look at the stock and see what's going on with it. So thank you, Anthony, for this one. I'll let you go. I'll let you know if I go short. Also, let me put this in here for those of you who aren't following me on my Discord, because in the Discord is where I'll let you guys know what's going on. And that's, if I go short on Starbucks, I will let you guys know in the Discord, guys. Starbucks moving, I'm going to go short in it or shorting here, anything like that. I'm only streaming 2 times a week, Mondays and Fridays. So the rest of the time, I'm pretty much on my Discord. So if for those of you who aren't following me on Discord, there's the link, guys. Okay, so you can follow me if you're if you want to know when I go short, and I'll share that with you. I don't mind. I try to be as transparent as I can and just kind of let you know what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, follow me if you want to continue the conversation other than Mondays and Fridays. In a vacuum, where do you put 6 billion? In food service for market cap. I don't know. No idea. Could go either way. Depends on if it gets picked up like GME or similar news. I appreciate the analysis and thoughts. Yeah, look, you could get. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if GameStop is a different animal. Okay, that's really very low institutional players in GameStop, whereas Starbucks is, there's a lot of, this is pretty much I'm sure a lot of institutions have liquidated quite a bit of their position in Starbucks, but nonetheless, this is one that is in the mutual funds and major annuities, all that. This is one of them that's in there, Starbucks. So this one has a lot of institutional support, whereas GameStop really doesn't. So that one kind of the more institutional support, the more control and contained the movement is. The less institutions in the stock, the more erratic and just all over the place the stock is. That's why penny stocks trade crazy and they're very erratic, because they don't really have, they don't have that support there. So again, that's why I don't want to trade those. I don't want to trade things that are just all over. I want to trade things that have a nice high probability movement that I can calculate, and they're just not, crazy all over the place. So I'm not sure what goes on with Starbucks, but I'll see it on the short side if it breaks here. Well, let me see here. Let's see, because it might. I have no idea. I haven't looked at GameStop in a little bit. GameStop is not one that I trade, guys. I mean, that, I'm trading, stuff that you see. I'm trading like JP Morgan. I'm trading a lot of those mega corps. I don't really trade the meme stocks. Actually, I don't trade the meme stocks. Okay. But let's just kind of compare. Let me see here, since it's been a little bit since I looked it up. I just kind of want to see the amount of institutions that are carrying GameStop. Let's compare it. And I guess a good one to compare it to would maybe be like, I don't know, probably maybe like what, Best Buy. That's in the, let me see. Let's see what else is in its sector. Specialty retailer. Yeah, Best Buy probably be. That's the other specialty retailer. So let's just compare these two, because they're in the same sector. All right. So if you were a big fund and you had to have a certain percentage of, of specialty retailer, and you're going to go through the list, which one are they buying more? And, there's many you can compare. I'm just grabbing these two because they're very well known, of course. But just comparing GameStop, we have, let's see here. I got to maximize it. All right, so guys, we have 300. I'll just copy it. That's how many institutions are holding GameStop as of today. And this is how many institutions are holding Best Buy. Okay. Again, specialty retailer. Who else do we have? I'm just trying to look at specialty retailer. ChargePoint. Let's look them up. Let's see, ChargePoint. ChargePoint also has less. Okay, they're a little bit more than GameStop, but you're looking at 421. So doesn't really have a lot. I'm just kind of going through here. See, a lot of these are small mid caps, maybe Chewy. I don't even really know. So the biggest really, Carvana. Carvana's a good one. This is, so let's see here. What is Carvana? All right, so there's Carvana, 607. And so the way you know if a lot of institutions are holding it is to try to find the leader. Okay. And if the leader, that's why I started with Best Buy, because Best Buy is pretty much you know, that's very that's very much held by institutions. So with Best Buy being you know, 1,240, then you kind of go down the list, and then you could see out of the sector, the largest player has, and I don't know if Best Buy is the largest player. I'd have to, you know, obviously do more research to see. But, you know, again, you have at least a 1,000 institutions that are holding it. Then you can go down the list and you can know, it does it really have a lot, or is this actually on the lower end of the spectrum? So GameStop really is, I think, you know, it's, I mean, it with 360, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. And you just, it's very easy to go, by the way, guys, just go to Yahoo Finance. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Go to Yahoo Finance, click on the holders, and then you'll see who's kind of holding it. And yeah, it is in the let's see, GameStop. Actually, it's not in the S&P 500. It's not a Fortune 500 company. At least of right now, it's not included in the S&P 500. So it's not a top 500 company. I mean, I don't see it here. Activision is. So is EA. EA is. So you do have, you know, more like the companies that are dealing with GameStop, they are in, but that one doesn't appear to be in the S&P 500. So, and again, it's not like, oh, you know, I'm not trying to like disprove anyone, guys. I'm just you know, just pulling it up. Let's see. So yeah, the thing is this. So again, GameStop is really, it's a retailer stock. This is a stock, you know, you might have some institutions playing it, but it's really a small amount. I mean, look, you know, whenever you have under 500, that usually is considered kind of small. You should have at least, you know, it should be at least 750, 800 institutions generally. If it doesn't have that much, I don't even trade it. But I don't always go into and find out exactly how many. I just, you know, I only really play anything that's in the Dow 30 and the S&P 100 and the NASDAQ 100. Anything outside of that, I don't really kind of go with it, which is, again, guys, that's why I don't really, you know, I don't really keep track of GameStop. I just don't trade it. Not to say, you know, it can't be traded, you know, but I just don't trade it, because when it, you know, it's an erratic stock for sure. I mean, you know, stock to move 30% in a day, it's, you know, it's kind of all over the place. So you really don't know with this one. I'd rather have a stock that moves on average 3% a day than 30 and 3 and 10 and 5 and 15 and 20 and 1. I don't want that. I want to have a consistency in how it's moving. That's really what I look for. When it's erratic, I just kind of stay away from it. And I just don't put my money in. So again, guys, don't know much about GameStop. I'm not you know, one to trade this one. So hope that helps with whatever. Let me see what else we got. Drew similarities to Starbucks and GameStop. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, let me get back into it real quick. Didn't mean to start about, oh, it's okay, it's cool, man. There's no problems here. I'm all good. Guys, if you love GameStop, if you trade it, that's great. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to dog anybody for playing GameStop or anything like that. Just telling you why I don't play it. Okay, that's pretty much it. And so let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's see what the next one is, guys. I know we got a little bit held up on this one. We got Met asking about Caterpillar. This is one that I trade often. Okay. I trade I was trading this last week. Caterpillar, I like this one. I'm bullish on Caterpillar. It's already above the moving average, riding pretty good on the 20. I'm not in it right now. I will be looking though to see as it breaks above these highs. Okay. And for the last, I don't know, it hasn't done anything for a good, I don't know, a good 3 or 4 weeks. It's just kind of been moving sideways. That's it. But this was the last kind of big movement on it that I consider significant, would be this movement right here. Right here. Okay. That's where we kind of had a little bit of a breakout. Unfortunately, it didn't really do anything. Okay. It kind of, it broke out a little bit and then it just moved, sideways. And then you did have a little bit of a fall in price right here, bounced off of the 20, but yeah, right here's where you had a little bounce, a little bit. Unfortunately, it's kind of, giving out again. This time it's kind of piercing that 20 a little bit. So really want to see some movement in Caterpillar, but it's going to have to break up above over here. If we can get some strong movement this way, yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. So just looking at Caterpillar, excuse me, guys. I may consider going long here, depending on how we trade tomorrow, and getting started like on a small pilot position or something like that. Not all the way in 100% entry, but getting in to see it ride back up to the 227 level, which would be 3%. That'd be about 3%, well, 2.5% or so. So a small movement, but again, guys, I make a lot of my money on these small movements. Okay. These small little consistent 2 to 3% movements, that's how I do it, because they happen all the damn time. Okay. They're always moving. It's happening so much. So it's not like you're waiting for, again, I'm not waiting for the big movement up. Just a lot of the small movements, I'll take those, and at the end of the month they add up to something pretty good. So if this breaks above the high tomorrow that we had today, and I don't know, the volume is really kind of falling off though, guys. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure. Depends on what happens, but I would consider going long if we get a significant movement. And I don't mean significant. Let me not say that. If we get a pretty nice bar, looking at the hourly. Let's switch to the hourly. Okay, there you go, guys. Okay, so if we get a nice strong bar above the 20 and the 50-day, really good, something like this. Okay, something like this right here, then I would consider stepping in with a long if we get something like this right here. Okay. But who knows? We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what happens with Caterpillar. Let me take one closer look again, though. I want to see what else we have on it. Yeah, I don't. Guys, here's the thing. All right. So if Caterpillar is going to make any movements, we really want to see how it behaves with that 20-day. This purple line here. This is going to be everything. If it can continue to hold above that 20-day, really nice. And even if it moves sideways, but it does not break under the 20, that's going to be, that's going to be decent strength. So as long as it can do that, what you might have is what's called a pullback. All right. A pullback simply is when a lot of buyers over here, it moves up, and what they do is they sell or they take profits, and the stock doesn't really move higher, but there's not really a sell-off either. Okay, it's just kind of like a breather. It's kind of like the stock made a run, and it's just kind of stopping real quick to catch its breath, and then it's going to continue on. So that's what this can be. This is consolidation. Consolidation is never a bad thing as long as it can hold nice in those consolidation levels. So yeah, Caterpillar, this 20-day is going to be this is going to be good to look at for sure. But if it breaks under it, then maybe not so well. Then it's going to test the 200-day. But as long as it holds, it could be a sign of strength. But we really got to just wait and see what this does this week. And again, as far as tomorrow goes, if we can get something like this, above right here, that could be good. What it would have to continue though, it can't do what it did back here. It can't kind of kick in and then break back under, or kick in and then break. It's going to have to kick in and then break above these highs. Then we can, then we could move a little bit more. But we'll see what it does tomorrow. I really probably I'm not gonna go. I don't think I'm going to get into even again, I play this all the time, but I don't think I'm really going to play Caterpillar until a little bit of this. I'm going to let this ride out a little bit more. I want to see how it behaves with that 20. If it's strong enough to hold the 20, that's good. But yeah, I'll give it probably another week or so. Just looking at it now. So yeah, I am bullish on Cat. I'm bullish on Cat. But I just wouldn't buy it here. I'm just kind of just watching, waiting. What's your agenda for today? You stopped talking about how you pick a stock by first looking at the chart. Yeah, I look at the chart. I mean, I was gonna do a scan, but I'm beat, guys. I'll tomorrow. I'll look at what's moving in the market and then decide what I'm gonna do. Again, what I'm looking at is I'm really only trading anything on the Dow 30, the S&P 100, and the Nasdaq 100. That's really all that I'm kind of sticking to. Every now and then I venture out, okay, but I really just try to go with those because I know you could trade one stock year round. You can trade it long and you can trade it short. You can make money from one stock. Because you learn the movements of it. So that's why I only trade these. Most of these, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen these names on my portfolio all the time. So let's go to the next one, guys. Let's see here. Okay, so Caterpillar is going to get the bullish. Okay, it gets the bullish. And then Anthony's asking about H. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't pull that up if that's in the Toronto. Oh wait, here we go. I can. All right, let's see here. Hydro 1. That's what this is. Hydro 1. Yeah, this is nice. This is strong, man. This is strong. Okay. I like this breakout right here. You had nice move straight up through the, again, it's above the averages. This is good. Nice step. You have a high, you had a little bit of a channel here, but you did get a breakout that happened last week. So this is good. This is real nice. Volume is okay. But I like it. This is good. This is nice movement. The question is, look, it's had a run. It's ran. So yeah, here's the thing. If I was gonna play this one, I would not buy this one until it breaks this high, and it could do that tomorrow. It may break the high tomorrow. Okay, who knows? It did. On Friday is pretty much where it stalled. Okay, this was Friday. Today it tried, but it didn't. Look, the high of Friday was 34.28, and today the high was 34.28. So today it didn't do it. Okay, I would say 30. 34.30 and hold above and close above 34.30, and then you're good. That's where I would probably move in and pick it up. I would buy it over here as long as it holds. So it's not just if it hits the price, it has to hold. It has to hit it and hold it for a few hours at least. Let's switch over to the hourly to see. All right, so look, there's Friday, and then today it kind of dipped down a little bit and then moved back up and just kind of chilled. So tomorrow, what I would like to see is something like this. Okay, I'd like to see like a nice bar like this breaking out above here, and this would be the cue to go long. And then at that point, I would probably go long and put my stop, at the end of this bar here, the low of this bar. That's probably how I would play it. Which you would be risking not much, like a percentage and a half, 1.5%. That's not bad. Okay. And who knows how far it could ride. We don't know how far this thing could ride up. It could like really kind of move up to the upside. But this is a nice strong movement on this, nice upward trend. So yeah, that's to get into this with a less than 2.5% risk. That's pretty good. I would take it. So again, I would be my play would be right up over here above the high, have it break and have it hold, and then and I wouldn't really go too crazy, but I'd probably take a small position, and if it continues moving up, then you could again add to it on the way up and do it like that. But if you're swinging it, you could do it like you could buy it here and try to get, I don't know, a good 5% maybe. I mean, even what's the range on this thing? You got a range of 58 cents. Okay, that's not much. 58 cents. Well, 58 cents, you're looking at about, yeah, it's not a lot. It's what, 1.5% or so. So it's not much, but if you could double that up and try to get like 3%, that's a 3 to 1. That's not bad, but it does look like a nice, decent movement. It looks solid, doesn't look erratic, doesn't look too crazy. So it could, again, that's how I make my money, on the small, steady, consistent movements, and just, plugging away at them, just trading them. But really kind of looking at it here, this was really where it started. Oh, sorry. Let me go back here so you guys can see the day. This was the day right here. That was for me, this would have been the time to enter right here on Wednesday last week. And then it just pretty much kicked up from there. So, that was it. If you buy it now, you're about 2.5% from that. So, but it still could, it looks like it's going to continue to move higher. I mean, that's what look at these series of higher highs, lower lows, seems to be moving up nicely. So hopefully that helps with this one, Anthony. Yeah, I hope that helps, man. Let me see if we have any more, and then I'll answer some questions, and then call it a night, guys. So that one's I'm gonna rate it bullish. Okay, that's a nice bullish one. And last stock is Tony. Let me go ahead and close the queue, guys. And Tony is asking about BlackBerry. Man, I haven't heard BlackBerry in a minute. All right, so definitely bearish on this one, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying this thing. I wouldn't be buying this one. I'm bearish on it. I wouldn't really be shorting it just yet either. You have a little gap that it's starting to fill. There's the gap that was on Friday, and today it started filling it. So, it might try to fill that gap. That's a good 4% or so. Okay, so it might try to fill that and then maybe kind of roll over and then come back. But I wouldn't be, yeah, I wouldn't be trading this one, man. This one looks to me like what it's gonna do is it may fill that gap and then just kind of go. It may not even do that though. Okay, it may just I see this one getting back down here, coming back down to the lows, which is a good, wow, almost like 20%. But that's where I see this one going. I see this one getting back down over here. Yeah. So I would and I wouldn't trade it. I don't trade it because it's $7. This is a I try to stay at least $15. I don't really want to get into stuff that's under $15 because the movements are much more higher percentages. But yeah, look, that aside, I see it coming back down over here, Tony. Coming back down to test these lows. So it might get a little bit of a, thrashing to the upside and then, continue on down. But yeah, that's it, my friend. I wouldn't be buying this long. I'll tell you that. What's your play on it? If you're still in the room, let me know how you were looking at this stock. And let me answer some of these questions. Let's see. Could be a good short when it breaks. Yeah. This one. Well, again, this is too low for the price is too low for what I trade. I don't want to really trade things this low because of the risk. Yeah, you could buy less shares, but I just try to keep it at least $15. But that being said, this again, that's a good, if it goes back to the lows, that's a good 16 to 17%. Let's just call it 20%. Let's just round it off. I think it can go there. Okay, because it's above, it did get above that 200-day or that 50-day, sorry, but that's pretty much it. It didn't really, it was riding above it for a little bit, but on Friday broke down, and today can't get above. So you just really got to see. I mean, maybe it gets above, but I really don't buy it. I think if you're gonna go into this, if you're even thinking about buying it long, it has to get back above. It has to get back above here. Okay, it has to gain back all of this, get above here, and break through these highs. So that means it has to run at least 13%. It needs to run at a good 15% before I would even say this is, this looks maybe like it could be long. If it can do that, if it can actually hold above, break through these averages, hold and move up through these, through all these sellers here and actually break above this high, if it can do all of that, then there is some strength. There's some strength in the buying movement. And if it could do that, then I would say, yeah, maybe this is a good potential long for a run up to that 200-day moving average, which that is about 20%. But until it does all that, the sellers are in control of this one. In my opinion, they're in control, and I think they're going to try to bring this thing back down to, back down to these lows here. So this one gets the bearish, the bearish label. And that does it for this evening, guys. That is it for the Q. We covered a lot of ground, man. I wasn't planning to stream for too long, but you know how it is, guys. You turn on the charts, you get to talking, and pretty soon 2 hours is past. That's how it works. But look, follow me on my Discord, okay? If you want to know what I'm doing, or you just want to chime in, you want to be part of the community, got a lot of good guys there and very positive. There's there's one rule. Well, there's a few rules. I'll put them down, but the biggest rule is that good vibes only, bad vibes lonely. All right, no negativity, all positive. I'm trying to encourage my community, even on days which are hard, which, we all have those days. Encouragement. You got to think positive. You gotta really get yourself in that winner's mindset, and And so that's what I try to do. Again, we're not talking pennies. We're not talking, crypto or anything like that. Really, I'm focusing on the mega cap stocks and Dow 30, S&P 100, NASDAQ 100, and just trying to get rich off of these guys. Really trying to get rich off of them, because I tell you what, these are the largest companies in the world. They're trading billions of dollars. So, you can make money off them if you know how to do it. And hopefully that's what that's what I can kind of help you guys do. And you can see what I'm in. So I did cover what I was in. I'll just kind of go through the list real quickly again. Got DVN long at 60.86. Got ATVI long at 80.62. EMR long at 98.50. AEP long at 196. FISV long at 102.99. Walmart long at 150.57. CDNS long at 166.91. PEP long at 168.81. V long at 229.18. Nvidia long at 272.40, and my only short, Goldman Sachs short at 327.45. I got 11 positions strong in my book right now. Probably gonna throw in another few positions tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know what I'm looking at on my Discord. Otherwise, if you're not on my Discord, I'll be streaming back on Friday at 3 for the final hour, and I'll let you know how all of this, how do we do for the week, all of that stuff. Very transparent. That's why I put it all there for you guys. Not to hype. You guys, you buy whatever you want to buy when I'm in, go ahead. I'm not here to tell you what to do. All I want to do is, again, just show you what I'm doing, and you guys see a trader at work. You know what I mean? Just like if you're learning to cook, you want to see what the chef does and just kind of hang out in the kitchen, watch him do his thing, ask a couple of questions. That's what I'm doing, just here. This is what I'm doing. And you can ask questions and whatnot. And if you're in any of these, I'm trading alongside one another. But either way, guys, it's all to the good for the community. So Anthony just posted the Discord link. Thanks for that, Anthony. Appreciate that. Jerry B, what's up, Jerry? You got here as I was about to head out, man. But good to see you, Jerry. I'm about to wrap up the stream now, guys. Look, hey, awesome stream as usual. Thanks to all of you guys. You guys are the reason why this happens. Guys, I wasn't even going to really stream today. I was kind of like, maybe I'll just stream tomorrow. But I had to come in and just turn it on. I'm like, look, let me just do this because, I want to make sure that I can get consistent in this Monday stream. So again, shout out to you guys. Thank you for hanging. Man, it's a Monday evening. You guys could have been doing a lot of other things, watching TV, whatever. But you guys are here in the stream, so thank you so much, man. This happens because you guys make it happen. You guys are the reason it's a channel. So thank you. Special big shout out to everybody in here. And that's that. Yeah, Jerry, look, I made it very easy. Okay, so the minute that I kicked off the stream, I just went straight into what are my thoughts on the market. I talked about the inversion yield curve, what that's going to do, what I'm looking for this week, what that's going to, the pressure it's putting on the market. I talked about the energy, the banks, all that stuff. And I mentioned 3 stocks that I really like that I'm looking at in the market. And all of that happens within like 10-15 minutes. So I kind of really just kick it off. So if you want to watch the archive after, it's on YouTube because I'm streaming live on YouTube, also on Twitch. But on YouTube, the title is 3 stocks that I like. So this turned into a really long stream, but I do get into those 3 stocks that I'm looking at, and just wanted to kind of share those with you guys and why I like them. I'm not in any of those though, not yet. Maybe this week. That's why I put them there, to let you know that they're on the watch list, and I'm watching them pretty closely. So you could just catch the archive, man. And again, if any of you you have any other questions, or you just want to carry the conversation over the week, head into the Discord, guys. You all are welcome to just kind of come in, chat, and just talk the market, and feed each other positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? We're all here to kind of help one another and become better traders. So all are welcome to the Discord. And that is it, guys. That is it. I am out. Again, appreciate all of you. I will see you on Friday. Okay, on Friday at 3 o'clock. I will be here. I will be live, and hopefully I will be making money. Okay, that's the goal, and we all are making money. Hopefully that's the thing. But yeah, guys, I'll be here on Friday, and for sure I think my book should be loaded up. And on Friday, Friday is a day that I really like to liquidate my positions and kind of go into the week taking profits or clearing out of stuff that doesn't really look good, adding to stuff that held up good over the week. So Fridays is a big day for trading. That's why I stream on Friday. On Monday, I let you guys know what I'm getting into, what I see, what I like, and then on Friday, what worked out. Okay, so that's Friday, guys, and hopefully I'll be catching all of you here as well Friday at 3. So now that being said, guys, it is that time for us to do a raid. Who is on? Let's see if there's anyone on. Anyone who looks good. Yeah, guys, we have really nobody on. Let me see if there's some crypto streamer. Let's see if there's somebody, because crypto always is pretty good. There's always somebody doing something with crypto. Let's see here. There's music. Unless you guys have any recommendations on what looks good, on somebody we could raid. We could. What do you guys think about raiding the music channel? Oh, Pink Hair is on. Pink Hair, guys. Okay, so look, man, I'm gonna raid somebody that I don't know, but I see in the room a lot. Pink Hair producer. This is a musician, producer, and I've heard some of Pink's music, and it's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of a raid, because I've never been able to do that. So today we're gonna kind of raid over there and see what's good, see what's going on, catch some good positive there we go, catch some good positive vibes for Pink Hair. All right, and I'm looking at this stream now, so it looks like he's in the middle of actually making something. He's in the middle of a cook up. So yeah, let's give Pink some love and go over to his channel, and we will do that very, very shortly, as soon as I could get back into my there we go. All right. Oh, you know what? It may not let me do it. Let me see. Let me see here. It may not let me do it, but we'll give it a try. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'm gonna give it a try. If we can do it, we will do it. We will do the raid and send the positive vibes and all that good stuff. If we can't, then I'll just kind of end it right here. But again, guys, I'm gonna dip out. Any questions, anything like that, any stocks that I missed or whatever you have questions on, again, I'm on Discord, man. Just reach out to me on Discord, and we'll link up. Okay, peace and love, guys. I'll catch you on Friday or on Discord. So let's do this raid. Let's see if it works. It does. All right, guys, we're gonna go over to Pink's room and watch this dude in the middle of his cook up, and it should be fun. So let me turn this off. Let me turn off my music here, because I got the coffee vibes going on. All right, let's turn that off, and let's raid over to Pink. Let's do this. Where's the volume? All right, peace and love, guys. I'll catch you all later. You guys have an amazing evening and an awesome week. Let's go now.